If you're an active fan of MMA and follow the sport on the regular, you've most likely watched the leaked footage of Jon Jones saying to a fan that he's quote, done fighting. We all knew that Jon Jones was going to try his best to avoid the Tom Aspinall fight, but after a massive amount of fan backlash and those fans putting pressure on the UFC to strip Jon, I thought we'd get the fight at some points. But now it looks like it's just dead in the water, for good. I mean, it was a coin toss whether we'd actually see the fight this year even before the leaked video. Every week pretty much we heard conflicting reports about the fight's status, and every MMA fan was in the fucking dark. I figured that if it wasn't announced for International Fight Week, then we were more than likely not going to see the fight. If Jon Jones is planning to retire without facing Tom Aspinall, and the UFC is aware of this right now, fucking strip him. Everyone has been calling for this. I'm not exactly breaking new ground here, but it's endlessly infuriating regardless. Protecting Jon Jones like this is exactly the behavior Dana White has criticized boxing for in the past. Tom Aspinall is in his prime right now at 32 years of age. He should have been instated as the full undisputed champion and should have had like 3 title defenses under his belt by now. But instead, he's waiting for Jon Jones to either not be a duck and fight him, or simply retire, vacating the belt as well. Jon Jones is continuing to ruin an already boring division here. I know that Jon Jones has had an incredible legacy inside the octagon, beating 3 generations of MMA fighters and having such a dominant reign. The names he has on his resume is unbelievable, and a testament to his longevity, and the amount of talent he had was undeniable. However, this last chapter of his career has tainted his overall legacy. It just has, that's a fact. It would have been less damaging to his legacy if he took the Aspinall fight and got viciously knocked out in the first round. At least Jon could have turned around and said that he fought everybody, even fighters who are in their prime at the moment and are also naturally way bigger than him. But no, not only has he sabotaged his career, but also Tom Aspinall's. This Jon Jones fight would have been the perfect building block for Tom Aspinall's legacy, especially because heavyweight is a pretty shallow weight class. I mean, the fact that obese heavyweights like Taito Avasa and Derek Lewis are in the top 15 still proves my case. I love both fighters, by the way. Taito Avasa in particular is a national hero in Australia, but it's not unfair to say that they only have one weapon, the big right hand, as effective as it is. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about Tom Aspinall's career without a Jon Jones fight, and where his career will end up. Before I continue though, please make sure to subscribe for more content. Your support has been unreal, especially this past week or so, and I would love to keep it up. Anyway, when it's all said and done, Tom Aspinall will go down as the greatest heavyweight who's ever lived. I think he will stay as champion for a long time, and even as he gets out of his prime, he will continue to reign, as heavyweights have more longevity than the lighter weights. They can rely on their power and explosiveness to enjoy a successful career when past their prime, at 35, 36, 37 years old. Whereas bantamweight, for example, is a young man's division. Those fighters need the timing, speed, and reflexes to succeed and stay on top, which of course goes as they get older. Except for Merab apparently, that guy's defying fucking time. Regardless, if Jon Jones is truly done with MMA, who does Tom Aspinall fight next? As much as I don't think he really deserves it, Cyril Gane looks like the frontrunner for a title shot. Tom will knock him out in a round in my opinion, and will make it look easy. In terms of his actual skill set, Tom Aspinall is on another level compared to the other fighters in his division, even though it's still possible for him to get knocked out. The heavyweights sitting around the top 5 can all finish each other, but for the time being, the skill gap between Tom and the rest is too wide, and I believe Tom has the IQ and multifaceted skill set to fend them off. The annoying thing about heavyweight being a shallow division is that when Tom becomes undisputed champion, there's gonna be quite a few rematches. That's because he's already taken out most contenders on his way up to the title. I think Pavlovich, Volkov, Spivak, and even Curtis Blades will all fight Tom again, but this time they'll be all trying to take the belt off him. In regards to new contenders, the heavyweight division is in pretty dire straits. Almeida is a pretty young heavyweight, and I can see him getting a title shot in the next couple of years. The only other contender who I'm actually excited to see potentially flourish is Taliesin Teixeira, who recently knocked out Taffer and is scheduled to fight Derek Lewis. He's only 25 years old, is in very decent shape compared to other heavyweights, and he can actually mix the martial arts together. I think the UFC can take their time building this kid up, and hopefully Tom Aspinall, when he gets close to retirement, can maybe pass the torch to Taliesin more tastefully than Jon Jones. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you down the road.